The graph of y equals the quantity of x minus 2 squared plus 3 is sketched below on two separate graphs. Sketch a graph of the following functions. Graph at least 3 points for each graph. So first of all, what we're going to do, it's kind of hidden in here, is here's part A, negative f of x. So there's a negative in front of the function, which means that there's going to be a reflection over the x-axis. So what we're going to do is we're going to reflect this graph over the x-axis. So I'm going to start with the vertex here, which is this point right there, and notice that this point is 1, 2, 3 spaces away from the x-axis. So 1, 2, 3 spaces away on the other side of the x-axis is here. And it's all about counting. You did this in geometry, conceivably. But 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. This point here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. On the other side of the x-axis, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You can make that a little bit easier if you use symmetry, if you use the axis of symmetry, I should say, in the graph. But here is our picture of our graph that's reflected over. So when we write this equation here, notice that our vertex in this is, now it's 2, negative 3. And then we've got a reflection over the x-axis. So when we write this, it's going to be y equals, reflection over the x-axis is going to be outside of the function. The x minus 2 squared isn't going to change, but we're going to go down 3 instead of up 3. Same kind of idea on letter B. It's a reflection over the y-axis. So this time we're going to count from the y. Reminder, here's x, here's y. So what we've got, I'm going to start at the vertex. This is 1, 2 spaces away from the y-axis, 1, 2 spaces away from the y-axis. This point here is 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. This point here is 1, 2, 3, 4. So on the other side of the y-axis, 1, 2, 3, 4. This point is 1 space away, so 1 space away. And this point right here isn't going to move because it's on the y-axis. So we get our picture, looks like this. And what I find helpful is writing down the vertex of the new picture. So our vertex of this is negative 2, 3. That's our vertex. So when we write the equation here, it is going to be y equals, and then it's going to be x plus 2 squared, and then plus 3. I know that we reflected it over the y-axis, but in terms of writing that equation, if you really want more details on how to show that in the equation, then you need to talk to your teacher about what you do, because it happens inside the parentheses. That's where the reflection of the y-axis happens. And so it's a little bit unique in terms of the signs in there. But there is the equation of our graph. Y equals the quantity of x plus 2 squared plus 3.